And welcome to the tutorial video for the Global Temperature Lab. In this lab, we are really excited to show data from over the last 130 years that on a heat map will give you colors to show temperature all over the Earth. So here's a little example just of North America. You can see that blue is cool, yellow, orange is getting warmer, and red is very hot. So just showing this one diagram of four images gives you a little bit of a sense of how temperatures may have changed in the last 130 years. Now, also, you notice there's variation. Sometimes there's an area that's cooler when it was warmer earlier. So the trend might be kind of interesting. Let's get into how the lab itself works. Also, after we measure temperature for a region, we are then going to track carbon dioxide levels for the region as well. So first things first, you need to create a hypothesis that you'd like to test, make a claim about how you think things work. So do you think more carbon dioxide gas will raise temperatures, lower temperatures, or not change temperatures? Let's just go ahead and click one randomly just to show how a hypothesis is selected. And now we've got 5 continents and the CO2 map that we're going to create. Let's just start with North America. So when you press play, you watch a video of global temperatures all over the Earth. Notice at the beginning it's quite blue. In the middle here, we're getting into some yellow, and toward the end, there's a bit of red. Then we hone in on North America, and you're going to use this color bar to sort of show, compared to an average temperature, are we below or above that average? So I'm just going to use sort of the middle of the country here. It's quite blue at first. Gets a little closer to the middle. And you can just go ahead and do your best job selecting the colors that you think match. Now remember, try to pick out a point, like maybe right here in the Great Lakes or in California, maybe Florida, a point that you can remember each time so that as you're measuring, you're consistent in terms of your measurements. Those values will show up over here on the graph as a change in temperature from where you started. So as a rise in degrees Celsius. And the time is being shown in 5-year increments. After you've done all the data, you will save it with the save button, or you could reset and do it again if you don't like the measurements you've made so far. The save button will put it up here into your chart so you can come back later and look at it and compare the different continents and the CO2 levels. Now, just very briefly, I'm going to show you what that CO2 graph looks like. Notice it's going to build in 5-year increments, just like the temperature did, all the way up to present. Okay, and that's the emission of CO2 throughout all that time period. And all you have to do is just click on this dot. It's a lot easier than guessing the temperature and looking at colors. You really just follow the dots, and those are going to show you that emission of CO2, and that's calibrated in 10 billion ton increments. Try to figure out how carbon dioxide gas and temperature are related in this lab about global temperature.